Hey, this is Deborah, and I am doing this video from the Keys. So I just want to let you know this is the view outside of our house. I'm upstairs just outside my bedroom on the balcony. And Esther, those are the two keys that you're going to be coming to next year that you can dock your sailboat at. Okay, I'm going to go inside so that I have the chance to talk to you. But I wanted to share this experience with you as I do this video. We're going into my bedroom. And my bedroom looks out over that same view. So, okay, this is a really important video. I have a couple of messages that I really want to share with you that I think are super important this time of year and always. The first thing is, do you know what you want? I mean, really sincerely. Anytime I notice that any of us get off track where we're not as motivated or as pumped up as we typically are, or if we just have lost that little oomph or drive for the business, it's typically because we haven't been crystal clear on what we want. Or we've already gotten what we want and we didn't set a new goal, or we're disappointed because we're not getting what we want fast enough. So I'm going to share a couple of tips with you today on this video that I think will help you. But let me also mention that coming up at our monthly sales meeting, I'm going to be doing a really important talk on fear and overcoming the fear of failure and rejection. So be sure you're at the monthly meeting because this is going to affect your entire life, I promise you. Okay, a couple of things I want you to be thinking about that you can use all the time. Doesn't matter if it's booking or recruiting or anything. These three steps will always make the difference in checking whether you're doing things right. So if you're thinking right now about the November business, or you're trying to book shows into December and you're getting the Christmas objection, it's important for you to realize that at least 60% of those objections are very simply because the women aren't interested in the first place. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not a responsibility there. What it means is that Christmas is a very convenient excuse if we're not creating desire in the first place. So you can be as booked up as you want to be, or you can be not booked at all, depending on what your attitude is. Because you know what? If you don't book now, then come January, you're going to hear and listen to the January excuse. Come February, you're going to listen to the February excuse. March, the same thing. I mean, I could literally go through the 12 months of the year and what the excuses will be, and that you can get stuck in your business. So what does it really come down to? Well, it really comes down to creating desire. Are you creating desire in those guests for having shows this time of year? Are you talking about the benefits of having a show right now? Are you enthusiastic? When you go to those shows, you cannot wait for the people to show you that they're excited and then you get excited. You've got to act as if. Act as if everything's going the way you want it to be. Act as if you are berserkly excited. And for those of you who don't think that you're a super motivated, exciting, bubbly person, I want to share with you that there is every kind of personality in Alouette that's successful. And you can show your enthusiasm with your personality. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with borrowing some from somebody else too. Learn to mimic other people. Act as if. So when you go to that show, are you saying, oh ladies, oh my gosh, I only have a few nights left in November and I cannot wait to book you in, because listen to what we have going on in November. First of all, this is the one time of year that you can have a show, invite all your guests, and they get to take advantage of our skincare BOGO. I mean, my gosh, it's once a year. What a fabulous time. Also, we've got this incredible bonus on, and then make up a bonus yourself. Do something yourself to control your business, but never give a bonus unless it's within the next week or the week after. I mean, what would you spend on having a show next week? Why not pay for the enzyme peel, or pay half of the enzyme peel if they book into the next week? Learn to control your calendar. Don't let your calendar control you. And if you do that, you'll be in business forever. Then you can say, also, we have our fundraiser week, and tell them a little bit about the fundraiser week. This is for city kids. Do you know that 1 out of 3 children in the city of Hamilton is living in poverty? And we are making such a difference with this fundraiser. So just by having your show at that time, whether you care about having a show or not, this is the time of year to have one. You don't have to spend any money. You don't have to donate any money. It's just having this great evening with your girlfriends, sharing the best products in the world. Everybody wants to look good at Christmas time, so they're going to want to take care of their skin and get a new makeup look. And at the same time, you get to help kids out as well. So are you creating that desire with confidence? Here's another tip. Are you ending your sentences on an up note, which is not good? In other words, are you saying, it's a really good time of year? You know, most people would love to have a show now. Do you notice how I'm going up at the end? What that shows is you're not sure, you're not confident. So check how you're talking about things. If you're going up at the end of the sentences, you're actually giving the impression that you are not confident at all and you're not sure about this. So step number 1 is create desire. Step number 2 is offer properly. Really, I have to tell you, what are you afraid of? You've got to make a decision. Do you want to be in business or not? That's the decision. Do you want to be in business? Do you want to get out of debt? Do you want to make the money? Because if you do, then you'll say the things you need to say. But I know what it's like sometimes to be petrified to say what you need to say. You've got to say to yourself, what is the worst possible thing that can happen to me? If I say to those women, hey, let's book your show so we can get you the rest of your skincare, and I can't wait to do a show for you next week because I have a special bonus on. Are you going to take advantage of the special bonus? How about Tuesday night? You have to offer a date, ladies. If you don't offer a date, you're not going to get a date. And if you do luck out and get a date, guess when you're going to get it? Maybe January. And if you book for January now, you're going to have a 50% cancellation rate at least. So you've got to offer the date. What is the worst thing that's going to happen if you do that? Are you afraid she's going to say, hey, I'm not having a show? I promise you that's not going to happen. She might say, I don't want to have a show, or she may give you an objection, but she's not going to be rude. And even if your fear is that woman's going to think you're pushy, first of all, get over yourself. She's not thinking about you that much, period. And she's going to do whatever she wants to do. Every profession is about asking. I just started to reread while I was here, The 1 Minute Millionaire. Have you ever thought about being a millionaire? You know, it's not about abundance of money, it's about abundance of choices. Well, I'll tell you, in the story, the woman loses her children, loses her home, has no finances, all because her husband died and they had no insurance, which is crazy. But the other part of that is she heard a woman talk about the Millionaires Club. And she went up to that woman and said, I need to know what to do. And the woman said, sorry, I'm too busy. So then the girl who really wanted it went back to her and said, you know, I don't think you understand. I'm willing to do anything. And the woman said, I don't really think so. So then the girl followed her out to the car and she said, no, really, honestly, I am. I will do whatever you say to do. Well, guess what the woman said? You're in. She said, what? She said, the first time I said no was the first time. The second time was the second time. You have to be willing to ask 3 times. It's like a test. So how much are you committed to offering the bookings? Are you really committed to booking? Have you even picked out the nights that you want to work? Have you decided how many nights you want to work? Have you decided how much money you want to make by Christmas time? You know, you might be sitting there and you might be thinking, we are so far in debt, Deborah, it really doesn't matter if I do 3 extra shows or no extra shows, because what difference is it going to make? Well, I can tell you it will make a difference, and you need to get a better money mentality. And I would love, love, love to help you with that, because there's a difference, and you can turn, no matter how bad it is, I promise you, financially, you can turn it around and you can be a money magnet. You can be the kind of person who attracts money to you, and I don't mean in a stupid, crazy way. You can be the kind of person that makes money work for you and the kind of person that makes money work to help other people. And your shows are the way to do that. So are you creating desire at the show? Are you enthusiastic? Are you really confident about why they should have a show now? Are you offering properly, which is positively with a benefit and a date? And then are you ready to overcome objections? How badly do you want that show? That's what it comes down to. So when the woman says, oh gosh, it's getting close to Christmas. You know what? You got a couple of options there. You can say to her, I know, isn't it great? It's such a great time to have a show. Women love to entertain when their houses are all decorated. And women are already baking and cooking anyway. And we find that women want to look, do you see what I'm saying? Or you can be like Denise, and when they say, well, it's getting close to Christmas, you can say, yeah, so I'm working, aren't you? I mean, I don't think anybody's not working until, just before Christmas and right after Christmas. It's a great time to have a show. People are in shopping mode. Your attitude will make the difference. So be willing to overcome that objection. Then if she won't take it, then offer her a date the beginning of January. Let her know we have a great booking bonus on, but book yourself every night of the week the first 2 weeks of January. I promise you these things will make a difference. Hey, I got to tell you, I can't wait to share some more stories with you, because I have been re-excited, re-motivated, and learning things just by being around some of the people that I'm here with. I wish I had more time. I can't tell you. Honest to gosh, I'm sick. Time's up. There's so much I have to tell you. Get booking. Take it seriously. And you can book on the phone too.